Hey kids, Mark Miller here, and glad to be with you for another week of some programming, coding, C#, WPF. And you know what? We might just get to, we might just make our way down to TypeScript this week and start working on the Dungeons & Dragons map in TypeScript. So with that, let's kind of get started. I'll show you where we left off. I did a little bit of work over the weekend on the image layers. The idea here is that I want to be able to drop down. I want to adorn the dungeon maps with furniture, for example, and cracks and debris, things that make it look more realistic. So let's go ahead and run this, and I'll show you kind of where we are with that and what I want to do today. All right, so there's a bug here, by the way. When we start up, we have both our furniture pieces over here on the side. Here, let me get rid of my my drone. There we go. So we have the furniture pieces and the tiles are both available, but those later only become available depending on which one we click over here. So if I click and change to stamps, then we will see only the stamps, and if I click over here, we see only the tiles. So it's a minor bug, but when we start up, we want to make sure that if we're going to default to this being selected, then the stamp shouldn't be visible at the same time. So I'll try to remember to fix that. Right now, if I drop a stamp down on here, there's the stamp, and I can just kind of put these down in the different locations. There's another bug too. If I click and then move, click, move, click, move. So I'm clicking up here, but I'm moving, and it's taking a while before it says, hey, what's the location? So I want to fix that. Actually, I think I can fix that right now. Somewhere in here, evaluate clicks is the part where I'm adding it, I think. Here we go. Last mouse down, event args. Where is that being set? This is what I'm using to get the position. Here in the mouse down. Huh. I bet you that the get position is getting the current position, not the one at the moment of the mouse down. So I think what I want to do is I want to do this. Let's set a breakpoint here. Click. There's our mouse down. And I want to get a last mouse down point. And let's calculate it now. Right here. Like that. And then we're going to come down to where we're last using this, and we're going to just, instead of using that, we're going to comment that out and use the point at that location. Like that. And I think that's going to be the fix. Let's run it. All right, so now click and move. There we go. Click and move. Good. So it's going where we want it to be. Okay, so now what I want to do, I need to think a third mode for selection maybe, or alternatively, I need to support if I'm clicking on an object and not a tile. So right now, if I click and drag like this, it'll select the tiles. But if I click on one of these guys and release, I want it to change selection modes. And selecting now this guy right here. That's what I think I want to do. So that's the first thing, is we need a way to select it. Once we select it, then we're going to add some buttons over here to rotate it, to change its scale, that sort of thing, and also change its Z order position so I can move up and down. So I want to be able to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I think for greatest flexibility, I want to have a two-way selection mode. One where I can select tiles by clicking and dragging like that, and another where I can just click on, not a tile, but click on an item that's in the floating layer. So we now have to figure out, are we clicking on an item? I think that's what we need to figure out. So let's see if we can figure that out. So the way this works is when the mouse goes down, we're not doing anything yet, because we're looking to see if there's a drag event occurring or if the mouse is released. Whoa! Whoa! I'm in the clouds! These are nice clouds. Jetsam! Jetsam's in the house. Welcome, Jetsam. Glad to have you here. So yeah, I want to be able to click on these. We're working on selecting and clicking items that we're going to be able to layer. And so right now we kind of have that ability to layer. I'll show you that. So we can grab a shield. We can put a shield on top of that, drop another shield. It's on top of that, right? So I'm just layering these items on top of each other. But I want to be able to click an item and then switch its layering up is what I want to be able to do. So that's kind of what I'm looking for there. So I want to be able to click on any one of these tiles right here and grab it. When I say tiles, I mean any one of these stamps, click it, and then change its order. So that's what I'm looking for. So in the selector mouse down is not the place we want to hook it. In the click timer, though, here's where we are evaluating clicks. If we're not tile select, we're going to be in here. Bring to front, send it back type of thing. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to rotate. I want to be able to scale. Those are the things I want to do with my images. So I can drop down a table and rotate it like 90 degrees, drop down a chair, rotate it like 90 degrees, scale it up or down, that sort of thing. So if I want to make a giants layer, I could drop down items and then scale them up. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So do I want to refactor this? I guess evaluate clicks. Let's go in here. Let's do a breakpoint there. So I'm going to click here and now see where we go. So we're not in tile select, which means we're going to come in here and do this dispatcher invoke and call this other piece. I kind of want to, I think, stop the app and refactor this a little bit. That's what I'm going to do. So I think the first thing I want to do is I want to do this is getting a little weighty. So I want to do an extract method here. And this is this one, let's extract this. And this is going to be handle mouse tile select. I think handle mouse click tile select, like that is what I think it's going to be. And I kind of want to do this too. Take that and extract that, and I want to call this force UI. So we're going to force on the UI thread right there, like that. And so then we've got this handle mouse click tile select. And now if click counter is 1, let's extract this. And we're going to say, what, I can't do it. Oh, because I've got the return right here. Okay, so let's just change this, and then let's wrap all of that like this, and then let's now take this and take this selection increase extract method, and we're going to call this handle single click tile select that. And this next one is going to be handle double click. I'm going to grab this and extract it as well. Handle double click, tile select, and this one is going to be, let's extract this as well. This one is going to be handle triple click. Tile select, like that. Better. Okay, let's remove the block delimiters here so it looks a little simpler. We can do a flatten conditional there to get out of that. And good. So I like that better. Anything I want to modify in here? Well, we can do flatten conditional here. And flatten conditional here. There we go. All right, that's a little bit better. Okay, so there's our handle. Single click tile select is there. That's in the handle. Mouse click tile select. Force on the UI is there. This, and I really want to say, I don't want to check to see if it's not equal to that. I really want to think it's going to be more along those lines. If the edit mode is equal to stamp, then we're going to do that. Add stamp at last, mouse down. Force UI thread right there. I don't need this. I need that, kind of, but I could also fix all of this with this. And then, I don't know, handle stamp, mouse down. I kind of feel like I need a click counter to 0 no matter what here. So I want to put this in try finally. Click counter 0. All right, so that's just my refactoring right there, but it's better. Okay, so if it is stamped, then there. Otherwise, if it is equal to tile select, then we're going to do this. And maybe I want to rename this from tile select to just select, because I'm trying to do a kind of this multi-purpose selection mode here. All right. Okay. Let's get some consistency in the naming here. Mouse down. Instead of saying tile select, we're going to say mouse down select. So here's where we need to work with this. So the first thing, I think the first thing we need to do is we need to say, wait, what's going on here with get tile? Mouse down sender. Oh, okay, cool. We're grabbing the tile like that. All right, cool. So that will get us the tile. The first thing we want to do is check to see if we can get an element, a stamp. So we say stamp is equal to get stamp under get stamp at, like this. I'm going to pass in the last mouse down point. And then we're going to say if not null, then we're going to do something with that and we'll return. Do something with the stamp. Select it. Otherwise, we're going to go get down in this space right here. So this is going to be, if base space is not null, then we're going to say all of this, extract that method, and we're going to say select, handle click on tile. Sorry, handle tile click like this, something like that. And that also is similarly, there's a return after that, assuming there might be some other kind of mouse down select, mouse down, hold on. Yeah, there might be some other mouse down select, although I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't know, let's do this for now. I can add this later if I need to. Okay. All right, so let's declare get stamp at. Now we need to go into the stamp layer, stamps layer, and we're going to say get stamp at point. And I'm thinking I'm just going to return it for now. We're going to weigh in. Does it look like I'm trying to avoid the logic on this? Yeah, that might be the case. I might be a little bit nervous about this. All right, so let's figure this out. I've got a list of stamps here. The one that's added last, the last one is the topmost, I'm pretty sure. That's how we're going to be drawing these. When I do the place stamp, I'm placing in order. Yeah, so the last one on the list is the topmost. So what I want to do is I want to iterate through the stamps in reverse, looking at each stamp, the topmost one, because I'm looking for the topmost stamp that I'm clicking on. So I need a reverse for loop here. So let's do this. Do I have reverse for loop yet, kids? Not yet. I've asked for it. It's coming soon, I think. Just got an alert and I didn't see what it was there. Well, I is greater than or equal to 0. Yeah. And then I minus minus. I'm a huge fan of the CodeRushed version of this because it does all that instantly and I don't have to think. Then we're going to come down here. We're going to say stamps of I. And can I hit the CodeRushed key right here and do a declare local? No, I got to get to the end of the line, declare local. Okay, not too bad. Now we're going to say stamp, and then we're going to say if point in, if stamp dot contains point, then we're going to say return stamp. Otherwise, return null. Okay, working our way down, getting closer. Now we got to declare this. Does the stamp contain the point? Well, I'm going to start with a really crude implementation of this, which is it inside the rectangle that holds it? But I'd like to evaluate the actual pixels and see if the point is over a non-transparent pixel. And then that way, if I have like a round shield over a square trap, something like that, I can click off to the side of the shield and select the trap instead of the shield on top. That's what I want to do. Okay, so let's figure out how do we tell if the point is inside it. There's an X and a Y, I think, on the stamp. Is that true? Yeah, it's got an X and a Y position. When we draw it, how do we use the X and Y? We draw it outside of this, don't we? We draw it by subtracting. All right, let's do this. Let's take this code and move this down into stamp. So I want to say stamp dot get x, get top left. No, get left, like this. Is what I want to do. And I think it's just like this. I just want to put this logic down in stamp. Like that. There's my get left. Let's duplicate that to create a get top. And replacing the X with a Y. And the width with a height. So there's my get top. Come back over here, so there's stamp.get left. And this is going to be y is equal to get top. By the way, I think we're going to have Rory join us today. We haven't seen Rory in a couple weeks with the holidays. I think he's going to be showing up here in about a half hour, 40 minutes. Okay, so there's place stamp, and we've got get left and get top. Excellent. And now because I wanted to have the logic down here, because this logic for positioning to determine where that left side is going to help us determine whether point is inside of here. So I think what I need is a call to get left in here and declare local left and duplicate that to get top. And now I have my image source and width. I kind of want to take this and extract it into its own method, which I actually want to turn into a... Uh-oh. Who's with us? Who's out there? Is that a bird? Look who's here! Oh! You make such quick work of those bad guys, sex positive. How you doing? Perfect in every way. Hey, One Love IPFS. Hello, how you doing? Didn't see you out there. Good to have you with us. Oh, it's Shirley Dev. Look out!
Shirley Dev in the house.
Hey, Shirley Dev, welcome. Another week of coding. All right, I got my width out here. Let's take this and create a height as well, like that. Feels good. Code is cleaning up a little bit. Well, let's use height down here. All right, good. Happier, happier, happier. Now, contains the point. So what we want to do is we want to check to see if return point dot X, or let's do this. Let's break it down in pieces here. Let's say, look, hey, if our left is less than the left, then we're going to say return false. RF is the CodeRushed template that helps us generate return false quickly there. Same thing if I should be able to duplicate that line. If the Y is less than the top, then we're going to return false. And let's kind of keep going down here. If the X is greater than left plus width, then it's too far right, and we're going to return false. And if the Y is greater than top plus height, then we're going to return false as well. So at this point, whoops. Oh, my volume too high. Is that right? My audio volume. One Love IPS. Let me turn that down a little bit. Check it. Yeah, it's a little high. Thanks for that adjust. One Love IPFS. Are the fanfares too loud? The fanfares were too loud? Oh, okay, got it. That's Shirley Dev over here. I've gone Shirley Devs right now. I'm going to turn this down a little more. Turn that one down. Okay. And Is my audio too low though? Just let me know about my audio. Was it just the fanfare? If the fanfare was too hot, let me know. Thanks for that. I really appreciate that kind of feedback because that's hard to get during the show. So at this point, the point in question is above the rectangle that holds the image. Good to go. I was clipping a bit before. Oh, adjusting. Okay, great. Yeah. All right. You know what? We might, yeah, and my to-do here, we might actually implement this right now. So we could come in and say return true like that, and we're done. Let's try it, actually. Let's try it and see if we can at least get a sense that we can find that stamp. So let's set a breakpoint there, run it, and see if we can actually come back with a stamp. But I think it might not be hard to get right in and get that pixel and see if that pixel is non-transparent. I was thinking at first it might be really, I was imagining it's harder and more, something that would concern me efficiency-wise. But now I'm not so concerned about that. All right, let's drop a shield. There's the shield. Clear, run. There's the shield in there. Let's go back to selection mode and let's try clicking on it. Look at that. We found the stamp. All right, that's great news. Next, look who's here. And it's, oh my God! Why would you do that, Grovosaurus? Grovosaurus says drone. Is the drone not working? I don't see a drone for you, Grovosaurus. Why isn't the drone working? Have to restart everything? I got a drone. Oh, you did a drone -1. I didn't see that. You just blew it up right after. It was that fast. Okay. So yeah, now I want to do the pixels. So like if I'm here, I can select, and if I'm here, I get to the stamp instead. So we don't go into that selection mode. Let me clear the breakpoint for a second. So if I'm here, nothing's happening. I cannot, as soon as I get out of this, can I start there? So I can select here, here. Having problems here. It's a big, is that really that big? Yeah, it won't let me select there, and it's right, I'm clicking right up there it lets me select. That seems wrong. Is it really that big? Same thing down here? Whoa. Yeah, it seems really big. Why is that? I want to look at that image for this. What I really want is a right click here, open in File Explorer. That would be nice to add, but I don't have that yet. So we're going to manually work our way out there. Stamps, armor. Let's open that up. How big is it? What's the size? 200 by 200. Yeah, that may be about right then. The tiles are 120 apart. Oh yeah, that's exactly it. All right, so see what's going on, kids? It is a big image. So yeah, this is not good. We need to fix this kind of like right now. Let's see if we can fix that. So we only select the stamp if we're clicking on a non-zero, non-transparent pixel. So contains point, boom. Now this is the part we need to really work on and fix right here. So we'll set a breakpoint here. We'll come in here, and I'm going to click in a spot that I know contains a point, but should be transparent right on the back of it. So I'm going to click there. Oh, I got to go here, rather. Click here. All right. Now we got to figure out if we can get in that image. Create image. Where's that stored? That's stored in image. Okay. So now we need I almost feel like it looks like this. Return image utils dot has pixel at, and then we're going to pass in the image, and then we got to pass in the point, but I think it's going to be point dot x minus left and point dot y minus top. Let's try declaring that. Now I've noticed that edit and continue sometimes has problems if I'm declaring something in a different assembly than the one I'm stepping through. So we might not be able to, we might have some problems, have to restart here. This is going to be X, and this is going to be Y. And now let's figure out how to do this. How can we tell, get a pixel at a particular point? Really don't want to do all this math again. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go online, see if I can find this, because I think there might be a way to check this out here. Hold on a second, let's drop the menu. Okay, WPF image has get pixel at, see what we can get here. Find specific colors of a bitmap image. How's everybody doing? You guys have a good weekend? Anything interesting happening out there? Certainly, are you fasting? Ever since I did it once last week, I was like, oh, maybe I'll fast again today. But I haven't done it since. Doing good. This is one love IPS. I don't understand the copy pixels here in this example code here. I'm looking for, oh wait, this might, much simpler. There we go. No need to copy the data around, you get it directly. Pointers and unsafe, yeah, I'm not too concerned about that. There we go. Stride, we got to figure out the stride. Yeah, I can work with that. Wait, what's we got here? We're a slightly better one, tested it too. Good. Only flaw was at Magic 96's DPI, which really bugged me. Yeah, we're doing copy pixels here. They're doing a crop bitmap. I don't like that. Yeah, they're doing the crop bitmap here too. Uh-oh, look at this. And I even upped it. Add to Ray's answer. Ray is... Where's Ray's answer? Not there. Where is Ray's answer in this? Whoa, 57 upvotes here. Oh, you are fasting, Surly Dip. You're going to make it a regular thing. So when you say regular thing, how frequently do you do it? Holy cow. 55 hours. 39 minutes into a 48-hour fast. I did have made it about like between 36 and 40 hours, I think, is about what I did. I wasn't... What license is your Twitch bot on GitHub? My Twitch bot is... I'll show you where it is, but it's not... oh, what license is it? It's like, go ahead and take it and do what you want with it license. I don't have a specific license I've selected on it. I believe, let's go to GitHub here. I think I've got actually a link to it. Yeah, but anything out there you're free to take. So Mr. Announcer Bot right here. Do I have any licensing on this thing? I've not added a license yet, it looks like. So apologies for that. But you've got this recorded version of me right now telling you got that, and we'll add it. Yeah, I haven't selected one yet, but basically there's nothing in here that is it's out here in public for a reason. Okay. But I should say too, if this is the first time you're seeing this, the Twitch bot does not include the images because I've licensed these images from other sources. So like the drone up there is a licensed image, the coins, that sort of thing. So I'm licensed to use them, but I don't have license to distribute them. So those images are not put up there. Thank you. Okay. Speaking of cool, if this is the first time you're here, let's see if we can do some other things here. Let me jump back over to this space. Are we still linked up? Looks like we're not. Looks like we lost some stuff here.
Leave it, love nuts.
So we lost our overlay, is that right? Let me refresh the front overlay here. And the back overlay. I'll show you some cool stuff that we've been working on. Back overlay. And front overlay. And the dice layer. So we're working on stuff for Dungeons & Dragons live stream on Twitch. It's out at twitch.tv/Dragon Humpers. And let me initialize player data here. You can kind of see what we've done. Whoops, it's too soon. I just noticed I have a scroll bar off to the side. I need to wait for, I think probably my 3D dice layer is not yet refreshed. Yeah, I need to refresh on my 3D dice layer. Give me a second to do that one more time. Looking for that scroll bar to disappear on the right. That tells me the layer has been refreshed. There, no, not yet. Let me try one more time. Sometimes I notice that the refresh, here's the refresh one more time. Yeah, sometimes the refresh gets slowed down if it's something, another page is refreshing. All right, let's initialize player data again, send all that out. And I'll show you what we've got. So we've got player stats. Whoops. The dice did not get initialized. What's happening? I'm having some trouble with that dice layer over there. Let me try one more time. It's like it lost its signal R. Refresh one more time. There. Let's try one more time. Initialize player data. I'm looking for the words dice roller is waiting for player data to be initialized to go away. That happens when there's a connection. It looks like it is, yeah, not getting initialized. Like the refresh isn't working. Too bad. Let me try one more time on that refresh cache of current page. It looks like when this sometimes happens, yeah, I don't think we're going to get what we want. I'll just have to turn it off for now. Yeah, it's not going away. Okay. Yeah, it feels like a signal R connection problem there. I'm going to just turn it off for now. Anyway, we've got the scroll over here. It shows the different stats and the different pages here, that sort of thing.
Frickin' bushwhacker.
And I don't know, that's kind of some of the stuff we have here. Let me hide the scroll. We've got Fred over there. Fred says thumbs up. Fred's kind of a puppeteer digital character. So, Fred, you know how you were created, buddy? You had no idea because he wasn't around when he was being created. But since then, you've been watching everything we've been doing, right, Fred? Yeah. So Fred says yes, absolutely right. All right, back here to getting the pixels here. I don't know why I thumbs up. I give an upvote to one of these. Where's Ray's answer in here? I'd like to improve on Ray's answer. Not enough. Comment. See, pixel color. This looks kind of interesting to me. We're copying over the pixels and we're only getting no, wait, are we getting the whole thing? Oh yeah, this is getting all of the pixels. I really only want one. Yeah. Okay, looks like I've been here before. It's all over here. Look at this. Note to Microsoft devs. We shouldn't have to jump through this many hoops just to read the value of a pixel in a bitmap file. This was like years ago when I was in here, I think. This is Ray's answer right there. Okay, hold on. I think there's something simpler. Yeah, that is for Ray's answer. This is, I think, the one I want. Right here. That's the one I want. Let's try it. Okay, so where are we? Let's see if it's that easy. Get pixel color, image, dot, is it source as bitmap source, I think? XY. Nope, wait. Okay, so we say math. Hold on, has pixel at x minus width. Width and height are doubles. I hope someone backed up Stack Overflow. Sorry, I didn't hear how long you fasted for the other week. I fasted for about 40 hours. I think I'm going to change this to an int. Oh, it doesn't like that in edit and continue. Is not going to be happy with that. All right. Okay. So I don't know. Let's do this. Okay. And now it has pixel at. It's going to have 2 ints. Like that. Now declare local should work. Pixel color. And then we're going to say that's what I want there. So this is the bytes per pixel right here. Well, that's the stride actually in the parameter. Okay. Yeah. Bytes per pixel. Let's get rid of some of these number magic numbers in here. Color from RGB. I want color from ARGB. Like that. And the alpha is going to be the number 1, so that's going to be pixels of 3 right there. I think. I'm pretty sure that's right. Okay. And so then this is going to be return pixel color dot A is greater than 0. Or maybe I want to make it greater than, for selection purposes, I think I want to make it actually greater than about 128. And it's great. You can see at least it's got more than a 50% transparency piece is what I think on it. Okay, let's see if that works. Let's set a breakpoint here. Run. Here we go. Pixel color at that point is, look at this. Alpha 0. We might have just freaking got it to work. Let's run it. So let's see. Click and drag. Look at that. Click and drag. Click and drag. Now let's click on it. Look at that. And we got a stamp. All right. Sweet. So if we got a stamp here, then I want to say clear selection. Like that. That's going to clear that selection out. Do we have a has selection? If selection exists. Selecting. Caret and anchor. There's no selection exists right in here, but there's a selecting variable on this. Let's go back out. I just want to see if there is a selection. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say clear selection no matter what. So let's just do that. We're just going to run it and let's watch it. Let's see how it looks. So now I can select and now click on just on the edge here. Nothing happens. Click on it. And now we clear the selection. Cool. Now we have to indicate that this thing is selected. Which I don't really have a great way to do yet. I haven't really thought about this too much. Let's do some manipulation on this. Let's set a breakpoint. Click on it to get to our breakpoint. Let's say this. Let's say selected stamps. Dot add stamp like that. Let's make a property that's a list of stamps, and we're going to call this selected stamps. And then we're going to come down here and say, hey, if my select stamps is null, then I want to create a new instance of it, like that. And now I've got to add it, like that. Wait, what's going on, Stack Overflow? What's your Instagram right over here? That's awesome. Yeah, one of my favorites. I remember when it didn't exist, it was painful to do stuff. Yeah, that's true. Stack Overflow is so much better. One of the things that's really great about Stack Overflow is the clarity in which information is presented. This is why I contend it's so successful, right? You're able to answer right here. The only thing I don't like is if I'm here and there's an answer down below that's got 57 votes, like more than this, there's no indication of that. I want something off to the side that says, hey, there's more stuff down here that may be relevant. Like here's one you upvoted, right? Or there's one with 57. You know, something that says, hey, more answers below. But aside from that, it's generally pretty good. It's basically Dig for Programmers.
Genesis 7, where are you? We need your help.
Ooh. That's a troublemaker right there. That guy?
I have.
By the way, I just started watching Mandalorian with the family, with Baby Yoda. Holy cow. That's awesome. If you've got Disney Plus, it is, from my perspective, well worth the money. Yep, and then stamping goes on, says Janisku7. Yep, that's what we are doing. So we are actually making some good progress here. I don't have a selector yet, but I now have this idea for multiple selections here. So I think the idea is this. I need to do basically the same checks I was doing before. If control key down, actually, let's do this. Rory, T-minus 10 minutes, and my internet is fine. Rory's going to be with us in about 10 minutes. Excellent. Excellent, Rory. Can't wait. It's awesome. I feel like I'm technically fasting right now, Surly Dub. It's been like more than an hour since I've had food, and I'm kind of feeling it. Feeling it. Disney Plus could add more countries in March. Ooh, I didn't know it was not available. Now, we are in Costa Rica, but we do have a VPN set up, so maybe that either they support Costa Rica or our VPN is allowing us to get Disney Plus. But yeah, the value at Disney Plus, from at least the kinds of movies I like to watch and things like that, is high. And so watching Mandalorian with the kids and loving it so far. The Jon Favreau is writing so far all of the episodes, and he's doing an amazing job. The guy's like blowing my mind. I can just totally imagine Jon Favreau entering the pitch room, pitching the first episode of Mandalorian. And when he gets to the point where the 50-year-old man is Baby Yoda, everybody's like, we're sold. We're in. Do the show. That sort of thing. So, Silly Deb says an hour. Yeah, exactly. We're doing about an hour. And Surly Deb's at 55 hours. Almost 56 hours. All right, what am I doing here, kids? I want to look and find my selection code here. What is it? Control, key down, I think. The word control showing up a lot. Maybe I should have looked for Alt instead. There it is. Modifier keys is what I wanted to look for. Okay. Get selection type. Ooh, this is really close to what I want. I'm going to kill the app because I want to change the parameters to this. I want to take map selection exists and add it as a parameter. Can I promote to parameter there? No. Can I introduce a local for it? Probably do that. Where am I? Still no promote to parameter. Split declaration from initialization. No promote to parameter? Why not? All right. Now I can call this from my other location. All right, if it is equal to so if it's equal to remove, then I want to say selected stamps dot remove stamp. Sweet. Otherwise, if it's replace or add, and if it is replace, sorry, hold on. If it's replace, then I want to clear the selection. Dot clear. Okay, so now if I hold down the control key or the shift key, I can shift click things to add them to the selection, is what I can do. So add. Now, if I add, I only want to add if it's not already there. So I want to say something like this. If selected stamps.index of stamp is greater than or equal to 0, then we can add it. And I think for removing, I think I want to do the same thing. What happens if I ask to remove something that's not actually there? Does it work anyway? Maybe it'll work anyway. Let's see if it works. We'll do that. Okay, so we're looking to, let's set a breakpoint there and let's run it. All right, here we go. Let's add a stamp. Boom. Let's control click it. And now we're trying null selected stamps. Oh shoot, I totally put this in the wrong spot. Why did I do that? Because I wasn't thinking or looking carefully. Let's go back here, set next statement. Fine, restart. Rory should be joining us in about 2 minutes. Look at that, he's calling in now.
Hello.
Hey Rory, just waiting to see what kind of...
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Hey, it looks like you got my video. Also, how you doing?
Your microphone is very strange. There's a lot of white noise.
A lot of white noise.
And you're quite distant too. I wonder if it's the right microphone that's going through Skype.
Hold on. Let me check this out because I had this working. Let's see what's going on here. I'll check my mics in Skype settings. So I've noticed Skype switching my stuff around. My audio in. Oh, speakers, desktop audio mix. That looks wrong. Oh man, inconsistency problems. I'm
It was all
having.
going so well until I showed up.
Yeah, it's not good. I am having problems. Hold on a second. Oh, this is killing me.
Now, that is suddenly a lot better.
Really? Because here's the thing. It's Skype audio out. This screenshot that I'm showing on screen, I took this before I restarted.
Okay.
So I could remember my settings. But now when I bring up my settings, it doesn't show that one anymore. My Skype audio out, it doesn't see. I'm going to unplug it and replug it in. But there, I just unplugged it. I got an individual sound card. Yeah, I'm noticing on reboots, I'm losing sound cards. Yeah. Oh, look. It just, that's okay. Okay, that's okay because I think we're getting close. So Skype audio out. The other thing I did is I adjusted the volume. Hold on. So, okay, so this is my speaker system. That means I think everybody can hear you now. Roy, does the music being louder harm things, he's asking? I don't think so. Okay. Skype guests hear my desktop mixed with my mic. So my desktop audio, I've got jammed all the way up. I've got my mic, my master's a little bit lower, but I can crank it up even more. This is max volume now for you, Rory. Then what do I need to do? I need to... Hold on. I'm going to bring this down because it's coming across as my audio, I think, is the thing. How about now? How's the music now for you? So it's not as good as the sharing the desktop sounds. Is that what we believe? Because I'm not as good. All right. Well, I'm going to do this for now, and you'll be dealing with walkie-talkie today, and we'll figure it out. Try to work on that later. All right. So I'm working on selection, Rory. Selection of stamps. And certainly that was messing with the volume. Adjusting the volume there for us. So here's how it works. We drop a stamp on here. I'm not dropping anything. Oh, because I'm not on stamp mode. That's the other bug. Okay. So then we go back to select mode. And I try and click outside. Nothing is happening. I can do my normal click.
He's in the house.
No justice, no peace. Please forgive him while he protests the non-jailing of people using cilantro. No justice, no piece of his pizza. Yeah, I definitely want to protest the non-jailing of people using cilantro. So you don't know what cilantro is, it's the worst thing invented ever. There's actually a genetic marker to detect if you like or hate cilantro. By the way, I just want to point out how happy I am that when I plugged in and unplugged and replugged in the sound card, that Skype saw it and found it. I was like, last night when I did the test with Dungeons & Dragons, I couldn't find it. It wasn't working. So I had to grab a brand new sound card, which looks like something like this, and then go plug it in, set it up, configure, it was just like a nightmare. It works, you restart your machine and it's gone. Like who's inventing this technology? So here's my situation. I'm like setting up these multiple pieces out here, getting these pieces together to make it all work. The last thing that I need to do is I'm waiting on some of these pieces to come in. They haven't come in yet. And once they do, this baby will be running too. And we should have a more professional sound system. Should is the operative keyword there. Okay, so here is this guy. I want to be able to control click and remove it. That's what our breakpoint's for right now. So I'm control clicking. Right now I have no selection, but I'm going to try and remove it because I'm curious as to what happens if I remove something that's not in the selection. If we call remove on a list that has no elements, it's fine. All right, so we're good there on removing it. At some point we need to show the selection. I don't have a way of showing it yet. I need to think about how I'm going to do that. And I kind of want to save it for a minute later. I don't know. I know. A lot of people are thinking, what you got? We can't hear Rory. Hold on. No, I can hear you. So hold on a second. So problem's on my side. So let's go into settings again. Go into audio and video. Use Skype audio in. Talk to me, Rory. Hold on. I got to go look at my diagram again on here. Nope, not yet. Still not yet. Well, I think I got to share my desktop audio with everybody, which means I got to... all right, let me do this. Hold on a second. Let me do this then. Skype guest, here's my desktop audio. So I'm going to turn down my blue all the way down for right now. And so you're not going to hear desktop through there. Then I'm going to come over here, turn on my desktop audio now. And now, Rory, if you talk. Now I think they'll be able to hear you. Oh, I might have to do one more thing. And that my speakers, instead of going to Skype audio out here. That goes to desktop instead. No, not desktop, mix.
Okay.
That one. Oh, nope, coming out across my speakers now. And my speakers, oh, this is a nightmare. I now have to send my speakers out to the right spot. Is that right? Because that's going to... No, then I have to plug my earphones in. Oh my God, this whole thing is a nightmare now. I cannot tell you.
I thought we solved sound back in the 90s.
Yeah, I know. It's a nightmare. Okay, so hold on. Now I've got you back in my earphone again. Talk to me, Rory. But I'm not seeing, hold on. Why am I not seeing? Oh, you got it? Okay, good. All right, so that's what we're doing. All right, sorry, kids. Yeah, so disappointing. Got to keep working at it. I looked at the recording and we did this. This all worked for us. He's gone again. Oh, he was when he heard you, he was hearing you coming out of my speakers, is what he was hearing you. And the speakers were then coming in through my microphone. So give me a sec here. Wow. Yeah, you going out to speakers, that's my desktop audio. My desktop's going out to speakers, high definition audio. And then desktop audio is what we're sending out over here. Can you speak, Rory, again? No, actually, wait, hold on a second. It is not actually. Why is my desktop audio? Hold on a second. Speakers Realtek. Let me try that. Hold on. Now do it, Rory.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Now you're going
Can
out.
anyone-
There, he's going out now. There's no ocean between us, Rory. I'm in the same country as Rory, and I can't hear him either.
I love the conversation in the chat room there.
Yeah,
Would it be easier if
just-
Rory just moved to Costa Rica and had a desk in Mark's house?
would be easier. All right, I think you're going out now.
Doesn't
Everybody
feel
can
that
confirm that. Confirm that. Woohoo! Yes, I'm going to call that a confirmation. Okay, we need a way to show our selection. I don't want to do it now because I feel like the complexity of this is like higher than my brain is able to wrap its head around. You know, and a good time to say. Oh, I don't hear this.
Mark doesn't know Jack.
Did you hear that?
I did not hear that across the Skype either. Well, I did hear it on the stream. I just switched across in time. So the stream's getting that.
Jesus. What a nightmare. What a nightmare.
It's sound roulette. Join us on this wonderful evening of gambling.
It's such a nightmare. This was all working. Everything was working last
Before I
night.
showed up.
Last night. No, it was all working. We're gonna, you know, it's in progress. So anyway, you're not going to be apparently you can't hear the sounds of the of when these things are happening. So, which also puts me at a disadvantage too. I've just lost my desktop audio. Why can't I hear my desktop audio? Wait. Hold on. There might be a way. One last thing I can do. No, monitor output. I should be hearing it.
Do you
Oh, wait.
remember the sharing of an app that we
I've
used to
got-
do, which
hold
is
on.
doing it?
I got a second desktop audio show up inside of my advanced audio properties. So check this out.
Desktops have you got? That's-
I only have one. But this just showed up. So
that one's got a left and right balance. The other one doesn't.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah, and this one was monitor off. So I just changed it to monitor output. Now let's do a quick test here. Let's go to.
Miller.
Nope, I still can't hear it. Oh, it's crazy. Let's go just see if there's something in settings here in OBS. Yeah, making changes live while you're streaming is probably not the best idea to do this. Audio, what do we got here? An audio output audio device. Sending to the same thing. What if I click OK? Will it suddenly work? Roy, are you going to DDD North?
No,
Oh, no.
That's a long way away from me. I'm about as far as you can get from that.
No, not working, Rory. All right, well, I'm gonna go without the audio now. What do you want to bet a restart solves all this? restart of
it takes
OBS.
everything out at once. That's the other
Yeah.
possibility.
Oh man, this makes me a little bit upset. Okay, so we need a way of seeing the selection. Is what we need
Yes.
to do. How do we know an item is selected? And I need a way of resizing it.
Well, visually, you could conceivably overlay a color of some kind, so that it tints purple, or let's say a little bit like that. So it would be an indicator. Now, of course, that won't help if you have items that actually are that color. I guess it could go a little deeper. Otherwise, you're stuck with a weird perimeter effect, or you could draw a box around it, even though the object itself isn't naturally shaped like a box. That would indicate things fairly well. What other options have we got?
Yeah,
Make
no.
it flash if you really wanted to.
Yeah, I'm also thinking about like an outline of it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I would kind of cheat on the outline by, like as an example, draw 4 more images behind it that are offset by pixels up to the corners and darkened, that sort of thing. But it's kind of a lot of effort to do that. I think I'm going to draw a box is what I'm going to do around all the items that are selected is what I'm going to do.
Is that one single box around them, or individual boxes per item?
A box around the entire collection is what I'm going to do.
Are you in danger of wanting to select things around another thing which itself is not selected? So let's say you wanted to select all of the enemy goblins or something that are surrounding an individual, and it looks like then, if you've got one single box around it, that you have in fact selected everybody, including the hero they have surrounded.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah. You could have a dancing ant selection border. You could have a stream effect coming out from underneath the tiles. A steam effect. Nice, certainly, Dev. When he hits a bug, it's the same. Roy will be here soon. Let me check his internet. You could have a fire effect coming out from underneath the tiles.
You could have a zombie hand come up and grab hold of each item that happens to be selected.
Why didn't we think of that before? That's it. A rotting necrotic zombie hand. So if you didn't do something with it soon, the hand would just, evaporate into the wind.
Yeah.
I was thinking of something else too, which I'm playing with. Yeah, which is everything that's not selected goes to half opacity.
Okay.
And then everything that is has got the highest contrast against the background.
That's quite nice to implement
which
as well.
solves your problem and not too hard to implement, I think. But I think I'm just going to, for now, draw a box around it. Okay. That's what I think I'm going to do. Let's go define that in XAML, I think. I want to close this down. Let's bring up the designer. And somewhere else, I think I have like a selection kind of thing. Button select. Nope, that's all I have with select in it. Okay. Fred, you okay? Fred's okay. I think so how did I do this before? I guess I didn't do it in the XAML. I've got this thing called the rubber band selection right here. It consists of a rubber band outside selector, inside, and fill. Ooh, I could just reuse this. I could do this. Because this is already has code to make sure it gets in at the right Z index and stays on top.
Yep.
Right? It's got a blue, white. What's going on with this? How do we decide when we're using this? Show selection rubber band. All right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I want to see who's calling this. Selection changed. Set selector size. Selector visibility is equal to visible. I think I'm just going to play with that, Rory, is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to rename selection to tile selection because we have two different kinds of select modes here. We have a stamp selection mode and a tile selection mode. Okay, so now let's get back to, that was brilliant coding right there. Well, kind of. It was a brilliant copy from Stack Overflow with a brilliant paste into the code. Just kind of working my way back here. Got some wind here. So right now, Rory, my volume to you is good. You're good with my volume right now?
I am very much so.
And we just did a check and still we didn't have any sound. That was weird how, yeah, I bet it's a restart of OBS. We'll do it. That's where we're dropping the stamp, add stamp. I want to do this. Ah. Okay. Oops, looks like I hit something to run tests. Whoops, again. Come on. Thought this was, the code I was looking for was down near the bottom, but it apparently is not. What is it? It was something with the word stamp in it. Add stamp at last mouse down. That is kind of close, I think. Handle stamp mouse down. No. No, it's in here. It's in the select piece right here. Here is where we were. This is the code we were working on right here. So get selected stamp bounds. Get stamp selection bounds is what I think I want to call this. All right. Get stamp selection bounds like that. Then we want to go through every one of these. And this is going to be, let's make this left, top, width, and height, like that. And we need to declare a right and a bottom. Like that. And we want to set left and top equal to 0. All right, so there's our those pieces right there, and then we want to check to see, hey, if stamp dot get left is less than left. Yeah, we got to set these to int.max. Whoops.
Fairly standardized code. Start with the implausible and take the first example as being good, and then as it gets more and more extreme in the inverted direction, increase the bounding box in that direction.
Yeah, and let's see here. So we want to say get stamp left. If the stamp's left position is less than this, then left, then we're going to say left is equal. Are you doing mouse selection or keyboard? Mouse selection. That's what I'm doing.
So you might imagine that by doing mouse selection, we'll already have a bounding box, but for the first selection, we'll gain maybe 3 items, and that's fine. Yes, we could use the mouse rubber banding that we already had, but if we then want to add additional stamps to the selection, we can't use the bounding box that we'd use for the second selection to do it. We need to kind of use the sum of the pair of them, so all the currently selected stamps, some of which we may have unselected, and then any new ones. So we do have to do this calculation regardless.
Yeah. Come on, stamp right is equal to stamp left plus stamp dot width. I don't know, width in here?
I thought I saw one in the declaration. You went to the get, was it left? And there was width beneath?
I think it's there, but it may be private. Yeah, it's private.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so there's that. And then stamp bottom is equal to stamp top. Is my problem that, oh, I know what I wanted to do. This is the dot height. These are doubles. We are going to change this into an int. Like that. And then we're going to do math.round. Yeah, that's kind of weird to me to make it double for the with CI template right there. Gets me that typecast cast to an int. So CI here, and then call to math.round.
Is this going to have any effect based on the zooming? Which is to say that although the stamp has a certain width, we will be drawing it a different quantity when we're zoomed out. That is to say, you can't just say it's 20 pixels across, therefore we will draw a 20 pixel across rubber band, because we might be zoomed out significantly more than that. It might be only occupying, say, 3 pixels. Is that why we had double? Because we might have zoomed in.
No, this is the actual type of the image source, that its height is a double.
Okay.
And so I was just simply returning that, but I'm changing it to width and int now because I'm of the firm belief that the size of an image is going to be in integers, pixels, not double pixels. I'm not going to be able to have an image that's 3.5 pixels wide.
I guess you could argue that we'll be zoomed out not only on the various images, but on the rubber banding that we are doing.
Right,
so
but these
can all operate as integers, and that's fine.
No, but I'm talking about these are images that are on disk. They're storing. So if I'm going to have an image on disk, I can't have half of a pixel. Please, no, not now, not now. Thanks a lot, Pudding. Pudding, I'm trying to get work done. Pudding, you're just wiggling all over my show. Thanks, Pudding, for coming in. Glad to see you. Just kidding. Okay, so I just want to change these to ints here. Let's go back to where we were. We're out in this space, I think. Let's stamp width and height. All right, we've got those two pieces. There's the stamp right and the stamp bottom. So now we want to do the same kind of thing here and say, hey, if stamp right is greater than right, I'm going to say right is equal to stamp right. How was your weekend? Mr. Castle, what? Is Mr. Castle 420 out there doing some advertisement on my show? Is he spamming our show?
Maybe.
Be nice out there, Mr. Castle 420. Okay, and if stamp bottom is, you know what, I can maybe duplicate this. I might get some, there you go. That's what I was looking for. Do it, write the code for me, CodeRushed, thank you. All right, so, yeah, but that was duplicate selection that gave me that code. CodeRush's been watching what I've been doing here. So there's the bottom there. Then we're going to say width is equal to math.max, whatever's greater, 0, or stamp right. No, just sorry, right. Just right. Right minus left. Sorry, minus is what I meant to put there. And then height is equal to bottom minus top. And there's our get selection bounds. I think that's it. And then we can just come in here and say, hey, if there is a selection, width and height will be non-zero. So if width is greater than 0, then we can show selection rubber band. That might be enough. Except we're not clearing the selection rubber band. We might be doing it in clear selection though. What's happening in clear selection? The outline, what is the outline? Oh, it's a path. That's the path around the outer edge, which is different from the selection rubber band. We still might, our selection, this still might work. I don't know. Let's try it. I'm suddenly, my heart just sank seeing that we're using the wrong one. I'm like, oh no. Is this going to be really bad? Or is it just going to work?
I suspect we're going to have this thing whereby our amazingly good karma will save us.
I was, you know, that's what we need something like that.
Awesome karma by now, right?
That's right. You know, normally it's brute force and ignorance that gets us through. But
side order of karma.
Side order of karma. We need to modify that a little bit. All right, so here we go. Let's do this. Let's drop a shield in there or like that. Let's go back over here and click to select it. Nothing happens.
Nothing?
There's karma. Apparently, we don't really have a strong sense of our own karma. Let's do this. Let's set a breakpoint here and see what happens when I click on it. Step inside.
Okay.
Selected stamps. I got nothing. Well, okay. Why don't I have anything?
Definitely cause a lack of selection. Visible selection.
Oh, here's my problem. That's my line of code I need to change. Right there. I'm checking to see if the selected stamp is in there. If it's not there, I can add it. I was looking for it. I was actually going to cause problems. Now let's try it. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, now let's go back over to this mode. Oh, when we go, we got to clear the selection. We haven't done that. Let's drop something else over here. Now let's go back over here, click it, and now shift click here.
Hey.
Karma!
Karma. Totally
That's
working
not bad.
for us.
Totally working for us.
Yeah.
Not intelligence, karma only. Okay, now that we have that, now we see the items that are selected. Wait, let me control click on one. Nice.
Beautiful.
Control click on this. Uh-oh, doesn't go away. Uh-oh,
Getting rid of
uh-oh.
the last one.
Uh-oh, we need to clear the selection, I guess, again. We just clear selection, the rubber band. Clear selection UI. Is that going to do the rubber band? No, that's just the tile opacity. Yeah, the rubber band. Set rubber band visibility. We need to set that to false. Is what we need to do. So we need to go here. We could, I think, do it up at the beginning. Let's try this. All right, so let's control click here. And let's do this. Like that. All right, run it. Now the control click should work. There we go. Click, control click. Click, shift click. Good. Control click. Good. Shift click. Nice. So it's, you know,
Very good.
it's not bad. It's a little messy because there could be other things, you know, the problem you were talking about before, right? Where I have another item inside of here like this. Also, selection doesn't go away when I add the items. The cool thing is that this stays on top. Notice I drop it here and it turns kind of blue because, watch as I drop it. It turns blue because it's surrounded by that piece there. But if I control click here, let's go back over here, selection mode, control click there, we can see only that is there. So we have to kind of shift click, shift click, shift click. We kind of have to know those items are there. It's not great, but we're reusing existing.
Perfect, but it is good.
We're reusing existing UI because I really didn't want to spend a lot of time on this part right now.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm really happy though with this. When I click like right, when I zoom in, if I click right here, it should be able to, it should click the tile. See, it's got a tile selection mode when I click there. But when I click on the item itself, like right there, it gets it and sees that that's an image selected. So when now we've got this image selected, we want to be able to have our selection manipulation tools available. So can we, so here we go. I do this like just about every show. Here's my challenge. My challenge today is, can we implement a full-on UI for modifying these images, including move to front, move to back, move forward and backwards, rotation and scaling, wait for it, without ever stopping the app. So we create everything, the UI, the event handlers, everything to do all of that from this point forward. I like setting up challenges. It's a little bit like that lava game that you played as a kid where you try to get from one side of the room with the other, but the floor is lava and you can't touch it. Stopping the app is going to mean we fall in the lava. So that's what we're trying to do, using only edit and continue. This will be a testament to the quality of I don't know, Visual Studio.
I'm just suddenly curious because I remember that game. What is the equivalent in code here now of throwing a cushion into the lava in order to aid you get
That's everybody look the other way while I stop and restart the app.
I see.
All right, so now I've got this. I want to add, let's, we want to create some buttons. And let's see if we can do this. Can we get the event handlers for them? We can. Okay, I think we can do everything we need. Let's first add the UI. So
The order of doing things is quite important here.
for setting up event handlers, yeah, that's the case. So let's go over here to main window. Let's go figure out where we need to add it. I want to do it, the walls, all of this UI here, the walls and the doors, I guess we're here, it kind of makes sense, but we have a selection here. These need to go away. All right, so let's kind of make this UI kind of go and clean up here. When we've got this special collection, I want to clean up that UI, those UI elements there. And so let's set a breakpoint, I don't know, here. And let's control click on it. And let's embed selection. And do I just have the block? Yeah, down there. Normally I just hit the letter B to get me that far. I think what I want to do is I want to maybe I can do this instead. Instead of doing width is greater than 0, I can say, hey, if selected stamps.count is greater than 0, then I want to come in here and extract this into its own method called, we have stamps selected. Stamps are selected. And down here, I want to extract this into its own method called stamps are not selected. Like that. And then I want to do specific things in both of these depending on what's happening here. So if the stamps are selected, then I want to go in, I want to start making things go away out in this UI here. Specifically, I want to get rid of SP wall controls. I want to hide that, collapse it. So stamps are collected. I want to say SP wall controls dot visibility is equal to visibility dot collapsed, like that. And up here, I want to say it's equal to visible. Okay, I might have to do some other things, other places I need to modify those as well. I want to do the same thing with the door controls. I'm just realizing I don't have in this a name here for these, so we've got to add that later. So we'll do that. The door controls here. And do this as well. Okay, so that gets rid of some of what we want to deal with there. If we just run that and look at that running, we should see the text will stay because I don't have that. I'm not getting rid of that yet. But if we come and we select just this, there, they go away, and we control click on it and they return. So I'm just cleaning that up a little bit. I think I also want to get rid of all the tiles when I'm in this mode because I don't need those at all. So all those tiles need to go away. Those tiles are, what is it called? List flooring is what it is. So we want to do the same thing there.
It's nice because it cleans up the UI and just only shows you the pieces you need to be concerned with.
Yep.
Makes it less CPU need to be used in the old head.
List flooring is collapsed, and over here, list flooring is equal to visible. And then I want to just say here, show, let's extract these into, something says show tiling controls, like this. Let's copy that to the clipboard, and I think I need to do that in one more place. I think what happens when I do this and then come over here. Notice we don't have those pieces back. Oh, because this is still selected though. Hold on. We're here, here. I think we're okay with either one of these being selected. I think I'm okay with that. Clear that. My control click. Oh, control click's not working because we're not in the right mode. Control click on it there. Those come back. Click. And they all go away except for that text up there, which we need to make disappear. Okay, so not bad. Let's go out to the next part. It's my door controls right here. I want to base it on this. It's kind of what I want to do. Let's copy this for now and just paste this in. Why am I not seeing? Hold on, one more time. Selection increase, door control, go to the end, paste. There's what I want to see. I want to see all of those. Wait, I had them and they went away? Okay, there they are. That's what I'm looking for. I was looking for those squiggly underlines. Taco Boy, bald bearded builder showed up secretly. I guess you're being considerate, seeing as I'm fasting at the moment and might not want to see food. Oh, by the way, Surly Dev, so I'm fasting, and my wife's like, hey, you want to meet us over here at this place where we're going to have some, meet our friends? I'm like, sure. I go, and they're going to have dinner. They're having dinner. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to eat. And I walk in, though, and it's a buffet. So as soon as I walk in, just food is laid out everywhere, all around me. And I'm like, really? But I sat and I just had water, and it wasn't too bad. It really wasn't too bad at all.
Willpower there.
A lot of people were talking about how good the steak was, and I think the thing I would have given up if they had had a giant thing of butter and steak right next to each other. I would have been like, okay, I'll take it. All right, so we need a stack panel here. These are going to be our stamp controls. like this. Stamp controls. Let's get rid of all these buttons. We're going to create our own button inside there. Let's just do a simple one to start with here. We're doing hot reload, right? We're not at a breakpoint. We need to get at a breakpoint. So let me drop a marker here. Let's get ourselves at some kind of breakpoint here. Stamps are selected. Let's grab that. And shift click on this. Get a breakpoint. Come back over here. And now I want to add a button. So B spacebar CodeRushed will generate a button for us. I'm going to call it button rotate right.
Cool.
Are you psyched and ready for this, Rory?
Oh yeah. I'm on the edge of my seat to see what might now be about to be coded.
Click. New event handler. I just want to point out we have not stopped the app. We're still running the app. I need something that looks like rotate right.
It's
Well,
like undo but inverted.
yeah, hold on. Let's go design that right now. Yeah, no need to stop the app, kids. This is like the lava game. It's the lava game for Visual Studio. We're not stopping the app. We're continuing to run and designing. I'm going to create a new empty one, blank
It's the
presentation.
lava game where we pick up the cushions we've just been walking on in order to make new places that we intend to walk on.
Right. The other day we were out swimming in the pool nearby, and it's surrounded by rocks, and I'm barefoot in the pool, and my shoes are at a table across the rocks by about 10 feet. And I'm looking at them, and I don't want to walk across the rocks because I'm barefoot. It's going to hurt. And I have rocks stuck to my feet. My feet are wet. They're dead, and I got to put my socks on. And so I see that there are two chairs nearby. I grab the chair. I sit on it. I squat on it. Get the next chair. Jump to it. And I'm doing this. And my daughter looks at me. She's like, "What are you doing?" I don't want to put my feet on the ground as I'm going across like that. Let's build a button. Can we build a button, Rory?
Inspiration to us all, Mark.
That's it. All right, let's build a button.
Absolutely. Let's build a button.
I want a button that looks
Rotation
something. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to do it. Is this going to be enough for me? Hold on. What can I do here? This is, oh wait, you know what? I think I can work with this. I can totally work with this. Watch this. Yeah, this is an awesome world for creating UI. So I'm just going to overlap like this, and I'm going to subtract one shape from the other like that. Pop this over here, make it white like this, and now I've got my rotate right button. Kids, I've got a rotate right button, and it took me nothing. Let's center it like
The
this.
skills of this man when he is
Copy.
amazing.
When I'm playing now let's paste it in here. When we're playing the game, we're playing the lava game. All right, so we cannot stop the app. We have to make all changes while we're running the app. What do we got? Is it showing? Oh, we are at a breakpoint. So let's go ahead and run our breakpoint because I just need the breakpoint to generate that button. And I think I've done it. I'm done. I think I added my click event handler. There's the button right there. Okay. So now let's set a breakpoint on the event handler like this. Yeah. This is a Visual Studio team you guys should be watching right now. This is like I am the Tony Hawk of Visual Studio edit and continue. Self-declared Tony Hawk, kids.
There you go.
There we go. Wow, that was
There should
fast.
be a plaque that says that somewhere in Microsoft.
Yeah. So yeah, look at what I'm doing, kids. Visual Studio team, look at what I'm doing. I am like editing, I am playing the lava game. Cannot stop the app. All
Never
changes
mind
are being
Mr.
made.
Miyagi catching a fly with chopsticks.
Yeah.
This is far more complicated.
Yeah, using XAML, hot reload, and edit and continue. So now we're here. We've got our selection out there. What were they? We called them selected stamps, I think. Selected stamps. There it is.
Yep.
For each stamp in selected stamps, do selected stamps. Do stamp dot rotate right. Boom, like that. Let's go declare it.
Are we going to declare a quantity, or are we going to fix it sort of 90 degrees? Or
It's 90 degrees. I was playing with this before, and the problem is you've got this stamp rotation kind of thing problem right in here, like this. So where's my stamp rotation? Is here. It's right here. It's a property called rotation. So I think it goes like this. It's a switch statement based on rotation, and it's going to come here.
check
Yeah.
the chat. The compliment You are the Bob Ross of Visual Studio Coding.
No, I'm not. That certainly Dev just does that on every single stream. He does that on C# Fritz's stream all the time.
See, it scares me that I even get that reference. I would never have got that reference had it not been for my wife, who is amateur artist,
But
and thus told me who this guy was. And
by the way,
he's
yeah.
very good.
No, he's awesome. So by the way, that Surly Dev is always trying to throw a monkey wrench into our show, right?
Oh, yeah. The man spits out spanners like the
But it just occurred to me, he's like 56 hours into his fast, and I could open up this Chalk Zero right here and start eating it. Like, oh, it's just, I can smell it through the wrapper, Surly Dev. Oh, it smells so good. I could get him back for all those years of abuse. Bob Ross was on the screen.
That pile of bacon.
Yeah, that's right.
Before.
The pile of bacon arriving, right?
Clip in the middle.
All right. So if we're at 0 and we're rotating to the right, that means our rotation is now equal to stamp rotation.90 by my calculations. And if we're at 90, then we're going to say it's equal to 180. Oh, cool thing I can do in CodeRushed is I can select, I can select this right here, Control-Alt-Enter on that, then copy it to the clipboard, then paste, and now it'll be selected for me like that. It'll be ready for me to go, and I'll now say this is going to become 270, like that, come down and paste again, and then we're going to go back to 0, like that. And so that does my rotation. I think that's all I have to do. I'm going to run it, and if that works, oh man, why didn't that work? Clear my breakpoint, not really rotating. Let's drop another, hold on. Maybe it is rotating. Let's see if it changes when I drop a new one. Let's rotate it right, drop another one. There, they were changing. It just wasn't updating. Do you see that, Rory?
Yep.
Okay, so we just need we need to do some kind of update thing out here. So let's figure that out. Drop or let's hit the rotate right button. And now I want to say update, and it's my stamp layer, stamps layer. There it is. Do I have a refresh? What did I add for this? Update? What's going on with begin update and end update? Is that going to do what I need or not? End update. What's inside end update? Refresh. Why can't I call refresh? Ah, it's private. Son of a nutcracker. All right, so here's what we're going to do. That's okay. That's totally okay. We're going to go in here. I'm just going to do this. It's going to, it'll look like it's kind of the correct code. But because I have the rule that I cannot stop the app, right? I'm going to do it like that. All right, so now this should work next time we do it. Okay, here we go. Ready? Rotate right. There we go. Rotate right. Rotate right. Rotate right. Not bad. Let's add a rotate left button.
Should be easy, right?
Should be crazy easy. So we're just going to come in here, arrange, align. Yes, Visual Studio team, for goodness sakes, watch this. Also, PowerPoint team, where are you guys? Watch this. Look at what we're doing here, creating these awesome apps here. So we're going to add another button in here. There's button 1. This is the next button. We'll call this button rotate left, like that. We need a click event handler on it. Click event handler, there it is right there. Boom, button, and we're going to paste that in there. We are going to just tab all this out. Whoops, sorry. Tab, I think, and then this one more. Whoops. I think I paged up or something when I meant to a tab. All right, there we go. Rotate left click is here. And then we basically, I'm going to grab all this code, pop it down here like that. There's my rotate left. And we need to declare that. Here's my do declaration there. And so now if we're at 0, we're going to go to, let's do that same trick we had before where we select this. Whoops. Control-Alt, well, I'm hitting space. Hold on a second. Control-Alt-Enter. Copy it. And now when I paste it, now when I paste it, it's selected. So now I can say I want to go to 270, like that. Come down here, When I'm 90, I want to go to 0. And when I'm down here, 180, I want to go to 90. And when I'm down at 270, I want to go to 180. Like that. There's my rotate left. And I think I'm done. Run.
It looks good.
Let's see. Rotate.
Yeah.
And then, hold on, I got a breakpoint. Let's run it.
I mean,
Let's,
just a breakpoint.
yeah, what I think I also need, though, is I need to clear the selection when we kind of do something like this. This should really only be available in this mode. And when I come back over here, we should get rid of it, I think. So let's kind of do that. Selected stamp.
Presumably, is that also the case that when you go into stamp mode, you should clear any room selection you've got? So this is a clear all selections
Yeah.
that you want to call from each.
Kind of. Well, here, if I do this and I come over here, it goes away.
It does.
So it's already doing that. And then I come back. But now what I want to do is in this mode, I want to, so if I click on this, let's click only on this one. And then we start rotating this. I want to change the order of these buttons. I'm not liking these in this order. Let's do that right now.
Works better the other way around.
Yeah, let's fix that. So let's selection increase here. Whoops. And cut. And then I can selection increase here just to get me quickly to the top. And then paste. And now that's better. Okay, so now if I rotate right, it's going up. And if I rotate left, it goes the other way. Sweet. And that seems to work pretty well. Nice. So now that's cool because now what I can do is come back over here and get like furniture, and I can say, let's drop, for example, a piece of furniture in here, and there's my drop. Come back over, select it, and now rotate it right. Now with it selected, I want to be able to click and drag and move it. I don't have that, so I got to figure that part out. It's a little tricky. It's not as fast as I wanted it to be. I could like do shortcuts to move it, but it kind of, you want to grab with the mouse, I think is what you want to do. You want to be able to grab with the mouse. I want to control click as well to create a, yeah, the move I need to think about. I'm not sure about the move just yet. Let's work on cleaning up some of the UI here. You know what I just realized? We could do our trick for these walls and doors. I've got that trick code for walls and doors to help us clean that up. Let's see if we can use that. Still not stopping. Okay, walls is here. The problem is it's not named. So I'm going to type in XN here to get the CodeRushed template to
is there
expand.
any reason why you shouldn't just move it inside of the stack panel underneath?
Yes, because I want it to be above it, and the stack panel is oriented horizontally.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'm going to call this the SP wall label. Wall labels, like that. Let's just do it for one and see if we can get this to work. We need to be at a breakpoint for it to work. So I want to set a breakpoint here. Good. Here's where we're dealing with on edit mode change here. This is where we can do that clearing. So if we go to stamp mode, we can go to say something like this, selected stamps.clear, I think. And then clear rubber band or something like that. Clear rubber. What's the rubber band function we've got in here? Rubber band, set rubber band visibility, visibility dot hidden. Like that. Okay, so we solved that part. Then we need to, I forget the name of the template we created. XAML component name, XCN. No, it's not XAML control. God, I really thought it was XCN.
It's the one that's designed to put code in place to replace the thing you're about to sort of move/remove, what have you.
No, it's for getting name. Yeah, for named controls that I put in, because XAML hot reload won't get the name controls in there. It's in my own custom templates. That's right here. What's CWX? No, XNC. XAML named control. I was close. Okay, so X and C, like this. The control type is going to be a stack panel. And we're going to do this, SP wall labels. And so now with that code, and we're in the breakpoint, we should be able to add code here that clears out that visibility. That clears it. I just got to refresh my memory in terms of where I am. Hold on. Those are my rotate buttons. Stamp image is there. It's really not near the bottom. I thought it was near the bottom. I had this problem before trying to find it. Scrolling is not going to work. I got to remember the name of the function I was on. I wonder if over here you'll help me with most recents. CodeRushed, what do you got for me? Evaluate clicks. Get selection type. Yeah, I was pretty close in there. Let's go look for that. Handle mouse down select. That's where we were. It was down to stamps are selected and not selected. So if stamps are selected, we're going to just do this here. We're going to go duplicate this and do that. That's what I'm looking for, to see if this works. Yeah. And then like similarly up here, do this as well here. Okay, see if that works. Run. Okay, so now if we select one of these, I'm looking for the word walls over here on the right to disappear. Like that. And it looks like it worked. And control click and it comes back. So now we just got to get rid of doors and we're sweet. We're totally golden. So that property, what'd you say, Rory?
I said nice, yeah. Good.
Yeah. So that property that we created with the, let's look for delete. Right here, delete this property after your editing continue session ends. So that's the thing, that's the template that gets that for me right there. This nice little, goes and finds that, allows me to, with edit and continue to...
The beauty of that is that when you do finally stop the application, that'll resolve in a compile error, because you can't have that plus a name
You're right.
item of the same kind. So it's a great way of remembering to get rid of it.
You are correct. All right, let's set a breakpoint here. What do we got? These are still around, but I can click one to get my breakpoint. Let's see, what do I want to do? Come back over into XAML, and I want to find the doors. Here are the doors right here. Let's call it SP doors labels, like that. And then come back over here, and we're going to come into our big X and C for XAML named control. This is also a stack panel. Like that. And then I want to go find my SP wall labels, and I want to just duplicate this right like this and like that. Okay. All right, and then run. And let's deselect it. Everything comes back. Now we still have this problem right here, but we'll fix it soon. Part of the reason we have that is because we're in the wrong grid column, I think. I'm not sure. We'll have to look at that. But now if I click on one of these, everything goes away except for our controls for that right here, which is nice. So we've got now the ability to do the rotation right in there. Click over here, rotate it. Nice. Like that. Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, I need to think about moving. Moving, being able to click and drag and move. Yeah, you need to hold the relative mouse position when you drop down in it. We need to lift it up. Essentially, we're removing it from the layer. I think. Are we removing it? Are we?
All the things that so you maybe multi-select, and then you've got to click down, and then are you going to move more than one thing at once potentially, or are you not going to allow that?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna. I want to allow that.
Okay, so we're going to put everything into a state of moving, and then we want to track the mouse movement and drag things with it. So the relative position that everything has to the mouse when that mouse down occurs should be maintained as it moves.
Right. The problem is, what I'm worried about is when I move, where does everything go and how does it maintain its relative Z order? Because when I move it, I don't want it on the layer anymore. Putting it on the layer is a performance tough issue. It is, when I drop one of these, watch, when I, let's clear this, go over to stamps. And so when I drop one of these, let's get something interesting here. Let's go to features and let's drop this pond. So if I drop the pond in like this, right now as it's moving, it's not on a layer. It is its own control. I've basically created a floating image that's got an opacity of 1/2 that's just following the mouse. So it's very performant. But when I drop it on its layer, I have to copy the pixels across. And that takes time. So when I click 1, 2, it's about a 1.5 seconds or a second before it's down. So I can't keep it on the layer and keep moving it and updating the layer. I cannot do that because I don't have time. It's going to be too stuttery. What I want instead is I want it to move with it. So what that means is I've got to essentially take it off the layer because I'm moving it, but maintaining its Z order. And what's complex is I could have selected items down at this level, and this level, and I want to put them right back where they are. Right? In other words, I might want to have items above and below another one piece. And when I move it, I want to keep those relatively the same. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take those images and I'm going to create floating images for them as the mouse is moving, and then but hide them on the layer. Just temporarily mark them as hidden so they're not drawn. Or maybe not even hide them. I won't even hide them. I'll just keep them where they were. Okay, so you're still going to see them. We're not going to update the layer until you release the mouse, I think. Is that right? No, it's click and drag. Yeah, when you release the mouse, that's when we're going to be like, oh, let's move them and rebuild the layer.
There's a small usability issue in that if you want to move them only a very small amount, they will overlap themselves, which visually might make it difficult to determine the correct location to drop.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, you're right. There's a usability issue. I could solve that with pixel perfect adjustments by hitting the arrow keys if it's selected.
That's good.
Okay.
When you take things out of a layer, if you literally say we're going to remove them from here and we're going to add them to this other location, do all the properties of that object, including its existing Z order, follow the object?
No, they don't. But that's why I don't want to take them out of the layer. I'm not when we select them, I'm going to keep them in the layer, but either tell them not to be hidden or just not worry about it. So initially, let's say we're not going to worry about it. Let's see what it takes to move these. Let's see what's happening now when I drop a tile on here. I'm pretty sure somewhere out here I've got an image. What do I have? Wait, no, it wasn't the stamp button. Where's my image? Really? Hold on. That's in my item template. Okay, so that's maybe good news because then it's easy. We have more control over this. Interesting. I want to look for image. Can I do tab next reference on this? Oh, I can. Nice. Okay, sweet. I am looking for something that is, that's it. I think this is wait, it's close to this. That's it. Okay, hold on. So here's what's happening. When I click a stamp, I'm going to go out to the existing content and remove my active stamp image. Here's where I create it. See it? So I'm creating a new bitmap. I'm setting the opacity to 1/2. I'm adding that content to it. I think I'm going to do something different now. Here's what I'm going to do instead. Let's set a breakpoint here. Let's go to stamps. Click on this. Here's our breakpoint. I'm going to create a canvas. And the canvas is going to hold all of those active stamp selection, I think. Is that fair to say? Active floating stamp, active stamps. What am I going to call this? Active stamps? Active stamp canvas. Let's just call it that. Active stamp canvas.
Okay, yeah.
And I want to do something similar to this, but it's going to be that. Okay. I'm going to stop.
Assemble all of the images that are selected stamps into the active stamp canvas.
Yes.
Move the canvas around to follow as one item, following the
Right.
piece in the correct area.
Yeah.
And then throw it away and move the stamps to those relative locations at the
Yeah.
end.
So I'm going to use active stamp canvas just like I'm currently using active stamp image.
Good.
That's what I'm going to do. So let's see. So I'm going to stop using active stamp image. Now here, instead, I'm going to just call this image right here. And we're going to change this up a little bit here. Hold on. We're going to say active stamp canvas is equal to new canvas. So right now I'm just going to change it so we're using a canvas with one image in it. And let's duplicate this line here. There's the canvas, and then we're going to do this like that. That's what I'm going to do. So we're going to say active stamp canvas, children add image, and then content children add active stamp canvas. This should be image. I'm pretty sure is the, and just in case we're going to say active stamp canvas, it says is hit test visible as false as well. Set z index to the max value so the canvas is up on top. And is that it? Isn't there a set? There's a set left. Where do I do that? Why am I not setting? Oh, you know why? Because I'm waiting for the mouse move and just positioning it there. I think. Let's keep looking for active stamp image. Here's the mouse move. So now I want to. Now here's a little tricky. This is tricky. So right now, when we're doing a stamp, we're doing it based on the middle of the middle of the image. We're basically saying when you stamp, the center of the image is going to be the center of the mouse. Is what we're doing. Hugo's here, coming in under the radar. Welcome, Hugo.
Yeah, so in the existing example, you're always in the center of the thing you're stamping, whereas we might have just picked 5 items and be on the 5th one, i.e. the most on the rightmost edge, perhaps.
Yeah.
And therefore, when we're dropping this, our stuff will be off. Now, one way to solve that might be to snap the mouse to the center of whatever we're picking up before you start movement. And therefore, the center is no longer correct, although it does make for a slightly detached user experience because you don't normally expect your mouse to move when you haven't moved it.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm instead going to create something here that says, I'm going to create a field called stamp X offset, stamp X, stamp mouse offset X. Like that. That's what I'm going to do. Let me just drop a marker here. Let's go back to where we were. Like that, and Okay. And then this is going to be minus stamp mouse offset Y. Like that. And that might work. Let's see where we're using active stamp image now. This should just be image right here, both of these. Okay. Now where are we using it? Up here on edit mode change. We're keeping it high. So this one is going to now become active stamp canvas. Right there. Leap year. Now where are we? Right here. There we go. Active stamp image. Only these three places. Let's remove it. Let's just hit F10, F10. Well, we didn't have to remove it. Good, so there's nothing there. And now run. Let's clear this and run and see if it still works. Okay, not great. What just happened?
Wow.
Oh, wait, you know what? This could be actually what's in that image. Hold on. Let's select a different image here. It works. Okay. I thought I broke something. That image is
Genuinely that big.
and it's genuinely got this stuff on the outer edge of it, is what it is. It's the, what is that? That's in features. I got to go look at that. Features. It's this image right here, and I think it's this other one too. We'll fix it. In fact, okay, sorry, I can't save it now. Let's increase the tolerance there. And now let's delete it for real. And let's do one more thing here. Let's duplicate this. Make it black for a second. Add some shadow behind it. Maybe about 5. Drop it behind it. Save it back out. Oh, we can't do it because we're running.
Locked by the application.
Locked by the app, but we'll do that afterwards. So we've got those two. We did that one, and then this one was the other one that was problematic. Let me just open it up so I've got a... How you doing on time, Rory?
Got about 15 minutes left.
Awesome. All right. So let's go back over here. Okay, so that's working. I got scared for a second, but that change is working. So now we can move this piece around. We can drop the piece, and it lands right where we dropped it, which is what we want. So now that I've got a canvas that supports it, now I can get the multiples that I need for dragging around, is what I need. So we can get rid of this over here. Let me drop a marker here as a reminder that I need to come back. Okay, let's switch to select mode. Let's put two, actually, let's go to stamp move. Let's put one other thing nearby. So we'll put this feature nearby. So now go to select mode. I want to select one plus the other. Maybe I should just work on dragging one item at a time. Let's do that.
Okay.
How am I going to write this, Rory? Any ideas? Yeah, I know, me too. Okay, hold on a second. It is click. There's something out here with click in it. Hang on, single to click. So single click, double click, hold on. Handle tile click. Handle tile click. Mouse down select. Force UI. Click timer. Click timer set for 225 milliseconds. When it's elapsed, we go to evaluate clicks. Hold on. Mouse move. Looking for mouse move. Zoom and pan control, mouse move. Oh, I already got a mouse move. Setting breakpoint here is tricky. So if we've got non-null here, so it's null now. Ooh, I got a brilliant idea. Wait, how do I get it on it though? So if I need to kind of go back and look at the click timer here.
That's a lot of half-formed thoughts there, Mark.
Yeah, I'm with you. Handle stamp, mouse down, force UI. If the handle stamp mouse down, select. Yeah, the purpose of the click timer is to watch the mouse down, is to determine if it's a. All right. It's to determine if it's a double click, single click, or triple click. Is the purpose of the timer. So what I want to do here, handle mouse down, select. Stamp is not null. Okay. Do I want it? If I click and release, right? That I might want to now work on it. But if I click, move the mouse just barely and release, is that a move? It should not be. Is kind of my contention is. But I think, go ahead.
If you're going to move, you tend to click down and then distinctly move, albeit very much. It's
Right.
not much of an additional gap, but it is an additional gap.
It's a time kind of thing is what I think that we're looking at here. So, okay. Let's play with this idea. Create floating. Is that true? Stamps. For selection, maybe. Let's see what we can do here. Active stamp canvas. Okay, I'm going to do this. If it's null, then I'm going to create it. Then I'm going to add the image. Whoops. Sorry, not going to add the image. Undo. I'm going to add the canvas. And set hit that's visible, and it's panel Z panel index. Is that C index? Oh, you know what? I got to do this every time anyway. Or no, I don't, because I'm only adding. We're good. We'll do that. Hey, Copper Beauty's here. Nice.
Copper Beauty.
Welcome, Copper
is in
Beauty.
the house.
Good to have you with us. We are working on our stamp selection. Stamps are these visuals that these images we can layer down in our map.
I love his intro so much. I had to switch the stream on just to get the audio that got.
Yeah, isn't that
so
nice?
it's
Yeah.
really nice.
We're slightly audio impaired today. Okay, so that allows us to add any image. Stamp image. Wait, why are we calling it stamp image?
Well, stamp image was the earlier object that you had. I'm not sure. Have you actually given up using that? We're now down to stamp canvas.
No, yeah, it was active stamp image, but stamp image, from the name, that implies that we're actually adding it to the layer, but we're not adding it to the layer. Stamp button click. Oh wait. Yeah, this is the button being clicked. Stamp image is this is a bad name. I need to fix this right here. Rename this.
But because of our current rules, we cannot do so because
Right.
that would involve stopping the application.
I know.
And the lava game does not permit such things.
Do you want to watch? Do you want to see it? I'll make it do it. I can do this, Roy.
I can bend reality to my personal machinations.
Yeah, I can totally do it. Watch this. It's gonna.
Last code bender.
We want to call this create floating stamp, like that. And I'm going to pass in a 0 and a 0, like this. And then, so here's how I do the rename. I do the rename by creating a new method. It's going to be my X and Y. Y, like this. Actually, I'll just take out the 2 zeros here, like that. And then I'm going to take the insides of this, and now I'm going to change this to delete this. All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So create floating stamp is now there, and now my X and Y is going to be coming into play for my canvas position when we add it. So we're going to say, here's where we add it. So we're going to say canvas dot set left, and pass in the element, the image, and X like that, and set top, and that's going to be Y. Okay. Now, create floating stamp, which is a better name. That's what I wanted to have. Let's go back to where we were before. See if I can hit escape to get back. Stamp image. We're going to delete that. And now here, we're going to come in and call create floating stamp, stamp. But now we got to figure out where it is relative to the others. If I do nothing at this point, let's just run it. We should see them. Well, let's see what happens. If I click here, run. Yeah, now I've got it. And if I click here, let's run it. I've got it. It's adding it. See what's happening?
Fine, yeah. But it's
Okay.
adding it in a relative location to your...
Yeah, but it's kind of fun. I'm like picking up garbage. Let's kind of come in here and let's.
Like, quickly, I need some random things to dump on our heroes.
Yeah, yeah. So now, what's happening is the opacity is increasing every time I click this, because I'm just stacking them up, and now ultimately it's all the way through. So that's kind of a fun thing that I'm doing there. So now we got to figure out where everything is, and so let's figure this out. If I am clicking on it, let's see here. Come here, help me out here. What do I got? Creating floating stamps for selection. Create floating stamp. Create floating stamps for selection. Stamps are selected. Selection type. I got to come in here and do this again. All right, let's come in here. Set a breakpoint there. Click over there. Just clicking. And now we're going to come in here and say selection type is equal to this. if selection type is equal to selection type dot replace. Nope. Dead anything reminds me of people. Reminds people of me. Sorry. Wait, what? Will Bennett? Wait. What's going on? I'm totally not sure Mark's feeling.
Surly Dev went past a field of sunflowers whilst on holiday in Germany and thought of Copperbeardy. We'll send him the picture. However, oh, hang on. They were all withered and crispy, but all stood to attention.
It's finally growing back.
So apparently, dead sunflowers reminded Surly Dev of Copperbeardy.
Got it. Not sure Mark's will is any easier than reality, though. It won't work. Bending Mark's will. Oh, I gotcha. Like it. Yeah, I like that, Hugo. Bending reality or bending my will? Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay.
When the immovable object comes across the irresistible force.
Exactly. So we're going to say active stamp canvas dot children dot clear. If it's replace mode, we're going to clear them all out. If it's remove, oh geez, how are we going to remove them? No, we'll clear it. We'll clear it if it's replace or remove. And then we'll just add, because this is additive. We're adding back the pieces in the selected stamps is what we're doing.
Maybe I've got the wrong end of this operation, but when you are
or maybe we just do this.
Things to move, you sort of include first item, include second item, include third. Now we're going to click down and start to move them as a group. You don't need to remove from your set of moving items.
No, hold on. Watch this. I think I did need the other things, but I did need this line right here. This line will clear out the children. We've already got that logic that I was trying to add here in determining selected stamps. We've already got that. Whoops, I think I passed it. Where we're here. If we clear them out here, we remove them. If we're removing them, we add them, that sort of thing. So that logic is already there. All we need to do is this, and now we're closer. We still don't have positioning right, but now when I click this, the floating piece is just the selection. And if I shift click, I'll have both of them. See that?
Yes.
But they're both starting at the upper left position, and the center of the canvas is the mouse. See what's happening? How it's...
So the thing I was confused over is that you've currently got it so that as you click each one, the presumption is that you're going to move. Whereas, remember, we've got our rotational logic. So if you select item 1, select item 2, you've currently got a floating cursor of those two items, even if it's your intention not to move them, but instead to rotate the ones in place.
Right. So what I'm looking for is if the mouse is moving and the mouse is still down, this thing we built. So we're in an intermediate stage.
Right. Yeah. So it's you're doing it now, but not expecting that to continue to be the way we operate.
Right. Exactly. I'm just trying to get this thing so it looks right, so that they're the right size distances apart. So notice I just control clicked on that and we lost that extra piece. If I click on this and I come over and click this one next to it, I've got both, and I control click, I can remove them, and I still have the other. Yeah, but what I want to do is when I shift click this, I want the distance apart to be the same, is what I want. Is that going to work? Wait, if I click and I'm starting to move, and now I shift click, I'm
thinking that in the real version, when you're building the floating piece, you'll only do it when movement starts. So you're at that one moment going to get all the selected things at their current relative distance.
Yeah, and
so
then
one shot there.
Yeah, so if I click on one of these and then I move without the mouse being down, this thing that's floating is going to go away. So I'm looking for a mouse move without the mouse down, and if that's the case, then I'm going to get rid of this. So I'm that's what I'm looking for. If the mouse stays down, then the drag works. So I'm looking for a click with the mouse down and a drag, and then a release, and then we move it. So let's kind of do that now. So if I click and I want to see this disappear if I get mouse moves and the mouse is up. That's what I'm looking for. So active stamp canvas, we're looking for that. I think I set this to null when I don't need it anymore. Right? Yeah, I do. So we're looking for mouse move. Looks like Rory's got to go.
See, I was wondering wondering whether that would even get spotted. That's very sharp.
It totally works. It totally works, buddy. All right,
I
Roy.
don't think you could hear any of that music, you see.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I can hear the music. I can hear sound effects coming off of the stream, but I can't hear my desktop sounds. The settings are the same as what should make it work. I bet if I restart OBS, it'll work.
Fair enough. But yes, I do have to go. As it happens, we've reached that time of the day. However,
Roy,
I will be back tomorrow.
you're the best,
I
Roy.
enjoyed this. This is good fun.
We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to keep going. Roy's going to go.
Guys, we'll see you all tomorrow.
Stick with us. We'll see if we can make this work here. We are now at the point where when we move the mouse, I want to check to see if the mouse button is down. That's what I want to do. How do I check to see if the mouse? I don't think I'm checking to see if the mouse is down here at all. Hopefully those args will be able to tell me what the mouse button is down.
Awesome.
So if this is not null, we're in here. If e dot do I have to check each button? What is the type here? Mouse button state. Really, there's not an any button down? Okay, fine. All right, if we're not dragging stamps, which means we're about to drop one down, or we're dragging stamps and the left button is pressed, then we want to do this code here. Maybe I want to change this to what genre are we in? Okay, if we're dragging stamps and the left button is equal to release, then we want to say dragging stamps is equal to false. And then we also want to clean some stuff up. I think it's a return out of here. I think I want to set this to null. I think that's where we are. Let's just run it. All right, so let's click on here. Click, hold the mouse down. What's interesting is if I click and move, I'm not getting in here. Oh, dragging stamps isn't set to true. We need to set that to true. I need to find out if the mouse is down. Six Positive says, I'm better partnered. Pick up the slack for Rory, Sex Positive. You know, when we get to our new place, yeah, descending into comic chaos is imminent. So I'm just rolling back in some of these chat messages here. Hey, Sex Positive. How you doing? You come say hi? Is that what you're doing? No? No, she says no. No. Will, we are make mark to be partnered right, says Will Bennett. Wait. So sorry. Okay, that was it. All right, kids. Oh my God, I'm sorry about that.
I think we're all sorry.
Got a break point over here. That's not good. Not good over there. All right. Hopefully that will not get out of there. Buffer and lost. Oh. Came back. Are we back? I think we're back. Looks like we're back. Hugo says, I guess they had to go have a private moment. Back, yeah. So apparently you lost the most amazing hand puppet show in the world. It was a lot like this. I love you. Like that.
Oh, that's so funny they didn't get that at all.
They might have missed it. Yeah, we had a buffering problem. Okay. All right. Where was I? I'm like having trouble maintaining focus over the where I was. Mouse down, select. And we did this. Stamps are selected. This is where we're going. Create floating stamps for selection. And then we did the mouse move. That's where we were. Mouse move. Oh, I wanted to say create floating stamps for selection. This is what I wanted to say. Wait, a breakpoint? We're not. Let's get to a breakpoint. Lost signal R. Yeah, that happened when we hit the breakpoint. Let me get that back in a second, kids. Actually, we can get it back now. Shut everything down. We'll try to get signal R back again. Close that down. Shut down every instance of Chrome. Restart our overlays. Will Bennett says, thank goodness. Who wants to start the new year with that visual, Karen? Seriously. All right, I got to end the show. All right, here we go. All right, we're restarting. Got to redo the overlays. Look at that. Hugo got some control. Interesting, and I did not have to refresh anything, so. Yeah, gotta end the show. Hold on a second, kids. I want to get just to the point. I want to wrap up the last bit of code I was writing. So on the clipboard, dragging stamps is equal to true. Like that. Let's see what happens. All right. Clear my breakpoints. All right, see if we can do it now. Click, I get the mouse down. Nothing is working here, not working here. Oh. I am not removing it here is part of the problem too, though. All right. Huh. I'm selecting, but I'm not moving anymore at all. I'm not hitting my breakpoints either. All right, I'm going to give this some thought. We're going to send you off to another one of the streamers out here, the live coders. Who's out there right now? I'll send you over to Freeman. And thanks a lot, kids. Will Bennett says there's a bug. Bring on the raid, yeah. All right, kids. Say hi to Freeman. It was great to have you out with us. We'll see you tomorrow.